morning and welcome to the Lake District.
Yes, good morning. We've driven all the way up to the lakes today in order to climb Helvellyn. We were inspired by our last video when we went up to Snowdon and did Cribgoch, and we just really got the urge and the itch to do more knife edge ridges. Parked in Glenridding, which is on the east of Helvellyn, and that way if you park there you can then climb up Striding Edge, which is sort of like the edge that we want to do, the knife edge ridge up to Helvellyn.
And then we're going to come down through Swirral Edge.
Yeah.
It's kind of the other edge.
Yeah, so it's like a little, almost like a little circle, like a little horseshoe. Up Striding Edge, down Swirral Edge, and then back round to the car, and big circular walk. It's probably going to be about 13 kilometers, something like that. So it's going to take us all day. Hopefully get some good footage for you guys. Okay, so we've made it up to the start of Striding Edge, and Striding Edge is this one just on the left here that goes up that way. You go across Helvellyn at the top there, and then you come down Swirral Edge, which is this one just in the cloud over here. And then we're going to come down and down into the valley this way and back around towards the campsite.
So Helvellyn is the third highest point in both the Lake District and in England, and is a very popular peak as it can be approached from many different directions. If you're looking for the easiest route to the summit, look no further than the route from Thermare. From here you can climb the shortest route up the mountain via Helvellyn Gill and Lowerman, or you can venture over to Dollywagon and Nethermost Pike for a longer but equally comfortable circular route. The two most popular routes to the summit are via Striding Edge and Swirral Edge, which can be accessed from Glenridding on the east side of Helvellyn. Both edges are Grade 1 scrambles that run adjacent to one another either side of Red Tarn. They are by far the most technically challenging routes and should only be attempted in good weather unless you are an experienced hiker. The route up Striding Edge is considered one of the best in the UK, and therefore most people choose to go up Striding Edge and then come down via Swirral Edge, which is exactly what we decided to do. So we made it to the third highest point in England.
Yeah, we're on top of Helvellyn. It is 950 metres.
Yeah.
Swirral Edge was super cool to come up, a lot wider than Cribgoch the other day and a lot less busy. We didn't have to queue at all. And then we're going to be heading down Swirral Edge, which you can see just behind us over here. But the views up here are unbelievable, like 360-degree views. Absolutely awesome. Definitely worth having a scramble up here if you're in the area.
So the summit of Helvellyn is a very flat, wide plateau. So flat, in fact, that in 1926 a small airplane was able to land on the summit and then take off again. The plane was flown by Bert Hinkler, and the attempt was actually meant to show the adaptability of modern aircraft and their ability to land in strange places. Now, the landing was no problem. The plateau slopes gently upwards, so the plane was able to stop quickly in a strong headwind. However, the uphill takeoff was more difficult, and the plane cleared the edge without enough speed and began to dive towards the rocks below. Fortunately, it picked up speed as it dived, narrowly missing Striding Edge, and returned to Manchester successfully.
Alright, so we just headed down Swirral Edge, got to the bottom of that now, and now we're going to head up to Catstye Cam, which is another little peak that you can carry on along the ridge too.
I mean, you can go down if you decided that was enough for you.
Yeah.
But I think we still have some energy left, so yes, we're gonna do another little peak.
Definitely, but it's nice to have that option, you know, so you can see just there's the path, goes back down, and you can just skirt around this whole peak up here. But yeah, we're gonna give it a go. Okay, so we're just coming to the end of our loop now, heading back into Glenridding, where we parked. This part of the walk, you know, you're coming down a track, so it can be a little bit monotonous, but the scenery is really spectacular still.
And we saw so many waterfalls as well.
Some really amazing ones, so definitely worth running off the path a little bit just to check them out. The whole walk's been really, really good. There's loads of different ways you can get up Helvellyn. Ours was probably the most popular, also probably the most technically difficult, I would say, but you can come up from a lot of different directions. Definitely worth checking out. We highly recommend it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to see more of our adventures, and we will see you on our next video. Bye.